Dear applicants, welcome to online admission portal of Syamaprasad College. When you first enter the online admission portal, you will be able to see the home page, which is similar to this as shown here. In this home page, you will be able to see three sections. One of the section is the notice section, the other section is the applicant section, and the other section is in green shown here as may I help you and download instructions. So in the notice section you will be able to see there are four tabs. One is for general notice, so any notice related to admission will be general notification will be uploaded here. Any notification issued by the Faculty of Science will be under BSc notice, and any notification issued by Arts or Commerce will be under this. Now, if you want to get any help, you can click on May I help you. It will provide a form where you can enter your details, like mandatory details like email ID, using which you are going to register for the portal. Then your contact number, it should be a valid 10-digit contact number. Then you will have to enter the problem in a very short description, including the screenshots. If you get any type of technical error in the portal, just take the screenshot and upload it there. Now it is very important that to use the online admission portal effectively, it is advised that you choose a laptop or a desktop for filling up the form. Though there will not be any problem by filling up using your mobile phone, but it is advisable that you use a laptop and a desktop to fill up your information using in the portal. Now, when you first are going to register for this, you will have to go for register yourself section. That is, here you'll have to click on register yourself. So when you click on register yourself, you will be taken to a page which says register a new membership. Now in this page you will have to first enter the email ID that you are going to use as your user ID for this particular admission portal. Now you will have to remember that whenever you register yourself, you are actually creating a profile in the admission portal, and that is very personal to you and should be kept. Your password and user ID should be kept for future correspondence. So once you enter the email ID, then you will have to choose your password. Now this password is not the password that you have set for your email ID. This password is specific to this particular portal, so you have to choose the password. So in order to choose the password, there are certain techniques that you have to follow. The password should be at least 8 characters and there should be at least one alphabet in capital. There should be at least one alphabet in lowercase. There should be at least one digit, one number. There should be at least one special character. Using the combination of this, a minimum of 8 character password, you have to choose that and you'll have to put it here. Confirm the same thing here. Choose I am not a robot and then click on register. Now when you click on register, your email ID will be verified. For that, the portal will send a verification link to your mail ID. Now open your mail ID and you will be able to see a mail similar to this. Now if you do not get this in the inbox, you may have to check the spam. Now once you get the email, you just have to click on verify email. Again, I am repeating, if you do not get to see the email in your inbox, please check the spam and click on verify email address. Once you do that, it will take you to the home page of your created profile. So this is the profile which belongs to you. Remember your user ID and remember your password. Please note it down somewhere so that you do not lose it anywhere. Now when you enter the online admission portal in your own profile, you will be able to see this page, and in this page there are two sections. On the left hand side you can see the home button, you can see a mailbox, you can see change password link, and you will see a search bar. And on the right hand side, here is the activity side where you will be able to choose the subjects and you will be able to see the progress. You will be able to see how many applications you are doing. But you have to remember one thing. Once you enter your academic profile in your own profile, academic profile means the marks that you have got in higher secondary, your personal records, your personal details. Once you enter this for one of the course that you have chosen, it will remain in the system. So very next time if you want to apply for another course, the same information will move except the last where you are going to choose the subjects for the course you are applying for. So it is very important that once your academic profile, your personal details are uploaded in the system, same thing will be carry forwarded for even if you apply for other courses. Now let's see what is there in this. In this you can see that there is honors major, there is the corresponding subjects, and if you click, and there is a very important thing that you have to remember here, that if you have qualified your higher secondary examination from West Bengal State Council of Vocational Education and Training, you will have to click the check box here. Now once you click the check box, the only subject that you will be allowed to apply is BA General. So as per the Calcutta University rules and regulations, the applicants who have qualified higher secondary from West Bengal State Council of Vocational Education and Training are only allowed to apply to the first semester in BA General. And suppose you have qualified from some other boards, then you don't have to check this. Just leave it as it is. And now you can choose whether you want to apply for honors or to the general course. So when you choose honors, you will be able to get a drop down list in this where you will get all the honors subjects, whether it is in the arts faculty, whether it is in the commerce faculty, or whether it is in the science faculty. You will get all the subjects that are offered in our college. Now if you choose general, you will be able to see the general courses that are available, that are offered in our college. That is BSc General in Bio, BSc General with Geography, BSc General Pure, BSc General, BA General, BCom General. All the combinations, subject combinations, and all the details are already provided in the detailed instruction in the official website. So please go through the instructions very carefully before you apply for the courses. And whenever you apply for the courses, be very careful, be patient, do not hurry to fill up the form. Take your time and read all the instructions, see the video demonstrations properly, and then apply to the portal. Now one more thing we may have to highlight is whenever the system is under tremendous inputs from different applicants, the server response may be little slow. So whenever you are selecting general and honors, you may see some anomalies here, you just wait for some time or refresh the page. When you refresh the page, you will be able to see it properly. So I'm again saying, if the server is under tremendous pressure, different applicants are applying online simultaneously, then the response may be little slow. And if you are having a slow internet connection, that can also be a problem. So it is better you go with a very good internet connection and allow the system to respond properly. So the system response in this section may be little slow. It is nothing to worry. Your data will be absolutely recorded properly. And if you do not see the combinations properly, just refresh the page and you will be able to see the combinations properly. Now, in this video demonstration, what I am going to do is I am going to show a person who is selecting BA General. So when a person selects BA General, a first page that will appear after that is the eligibility check. So in the eligibility check section, you will have to select the reservation category. If you are a general candidate, you can select general, or if you are a reserve candidate as per your reservation, you can select the different options in the drop down list. Now after doing that, you will have to enter the subjects here. Now once you enter the subjects that you have studied in your higher secondary examination, here you can see English is pre-populated and it is full marks is 100. You can't change this because this is the first condition, that if you have qualified your previous higher secondary examination with English full marks 100 only, then you will be able to allow or for applying to the courses. So English is pre-selected. Now select all the subjects from the drop down list one by one and put your numbers. Then click on check eligibility test. Now when you click on check eligibility, if you are found eligible by the system, then you will be allowed to proceed further. Now you will have to remember very carefully, the marks that were awarded in your higher secondary mark sheet should be exactly same as what you enter in the system. So when you enter the marks in the system, you have to be very careful. Now once the eligibility is passed, you will be allowed to proceed further. Click on proceed for registration. Once you do that, it will take you to a page says registration. Now in the registration, you can see by default values are as fresh candidate. If you are a fresh candidate, that means if you have qualified higher secondary in the year 2021, then you are a fresh candidate. And when you choose that, the 2021 will not change, it will remain as it is, and you will also not find any options under this, that is the previous CU registration. Okay, now see, as you can see, under fresh candidate, even if you click on the drop down, you will only see 2021. And if you apply as a backlog candidate, that means you have not qualified in the year 2021, but you have qualified in the earlier years. So select the year, and the year that the years that are allowed are 2016, 17, 18, 19 and 20. So as per your year of passing, kindly select the year of passing from here, and once you do that, you will be able to see a section where you have to provide the previous CU registration. If you do not have previous CU registration, then just you can choose no in this section, and there will you will not have to enter anything here. But if you choose this as yes, then you will have to enter the CU registration that you have, that is the registration certificate issued by University of Calcutta, enter the number, scan the original copy of registration certificate and then drag and drop it here. Once you drag and drop it here, your process of this will be complete. Now then you will have to move on to the next section by clicking save and proceed. Now once you do that, you will reach a page where it says payment, but no payment is applicable for applying to the courses. For online application, there are no need for any payments, so you will just have to click proceed next. Once you do that, the first thing that you will see is the personal profile. In this page you can also see there is a progress bar. That means the stages which have been completed and the stage where you are is highlighted. In this case we are presently in the personal details, so the personal details progress has been shown, and in this case you will be able to see the personal profile. You have to enter the personal profile properly, and then the example has been shown here. The name, your father's name, your mother's name, your guardian name is optional. Now if you are staying with your parents, then you have to write either your father's name or your mother's name, and if you are not staying with your parents, then you will have to write the name of your local guardian. But if you are yet to relocate and you do not have any local guardian, then you just can opt to choose out, or you can write your parents' name. Now in the field of date of birth, there is a calendar available. Just click on it, choose the date and the year and submit. Once you do that, your age will be automatically calculated here, and choose your gender. Now after doing that, you can see there is a possibility of entering Aadhaar card. Now if you do not have Aadhaar card, you can drop down and select no, but if you have Aadhaar card and enter the number here. Now this is a situation when you do not have a Aadhaar card, so in the drop down you just select no. So once you do that, next type of ID will be populated. Here you can see there are 4 options: PAN card, voter ID card, driving license or school ID card. Now any one of this can be selected and you can enter the number here. After that, you will have to properly select the options given below. If you belong to BPL category, you can select yes. If you have any physical disabilities, you can choose PWD section, and you have to enter your contact number, and this contact number should be your personal, so that in future if required we can get in touch with you. Now email ID will be automatically fetched. You can't just write anything here, because once you register yourself, your email ID will be automatically fetched and will be filled here. Now on the bottom section you can see there is an option for address. Now you can fill up the present address, and if your present address is same as your permanent address, then you can just click on this checkbox. The same information will be copied here. Now in the uploading section, you will have to upload the original scanned documents, and the originally scanned documents have to be restricted to a particular file size which has been mentioned here. Also it has been given in details in the instruction manual. Kindly look into the instruction manual and make a folder in your computer or on your laptop, taking all the information there. All the uploaded document should be in JPEG format. I am again repeating, all the uploaded documents should be in JPEG format. Now after this, you can also check or preview the form anytime you like by clicking the preview, and then click on save and proceed for the next section. Now the next section is for the academic profile. Now academic profile means all the information related to your higher secondary examination. Now in this case, there are two very important sections. One is for non-migrating students, one is for the migrating students. Now if you have selected non-migrating students, then the board that are allowed are West Bengal Council of Higher Education, West Bengal's Council of Rabindra Open Schooling, West Bengal Board of Madrasa Education, National Institute of Open Schooling, Council for Indian School Certificate Examination, and Central Board of Secondary Education. So these are the boards which the students qualifying from this boards will be treated as non-migrating students, and they will not have to submit any migration certificate. Now if you select migrating students, then there are a list of boards that are applicable, and you can select the appropriate board, the board that you have qualified from and selected. Apart from doing that, you will have to write the name of the examination. It is clearly written on the mark sheet or the higher secondary mark sheet. Just write that down. Then you will have to enter the roll or the index number or the unique ID. Now suppose you are given roll and number in your mark sheet. You will have to write them together. Say, suppose the roll is given in your mark sheet as 89212 and the number is given as 78912. So you'll have to write it together. In some of the mark sheets, there are given roll code and roll number. So roll code may be 89212. So you have to write that first, followed by the roll number. And in case of students passing out from ICSE board, they have a unique ID number. You will have to enter the unique ID number. Please avoid any special characters with this. Purely just write the numbers. Now after doing that, there are certain constraints when people are applying from other boards. You can see whenever you choose other boards, there is an additional option of upload documents is migration certificate. This will not be available if the student is from the non-migrating category. But since you have selected migrating category, the migration certificate is very important. Now, when you have selecting migrating student and you are selecting Bihar Intermediate Education Council or any board which is allowed here from Bihar, they will have to upload additional certificate which is called as authentic certificate. Now the authentic certificate, original authentic certificate should be scanned and uploaded. Apart from that, they will have to upload migration certificate also. Dear applicants, you have to remember all the certificates, all the higher secondary marks, admit card, whatever you have, it should be scanned properly, and the scanning should be of the original documents. None of the internet copy or the net copy will be allowed. If anybody is found uploading internet copy apart from the original scanned copy of your higher secondary mark sheet, admit cards, or whatever information that are required here, the application is liable to be rejected. It has been clearly mentioned in the instructions. So after doing that, you can proceed further. Now, if somebody is from UP board, if an applicant has passed from UP board, they will have to upload only the scholar register and transfer certificate. In that case, migration will not be required and it will not be shown here. It will get deactivated. Now, these were the information that are required from migrating and non-migrating students. Now, let us concentrate on the very important aspect and very important part based on which the merit list will be calculated. Now in this section you can see there are two sections. One is the enter the top 4 subjects. So top 4 subject that you have should not include environmental studies. You have to exclude environmental studies. But if you have studied environmental science full marks 100, then that can be included as the in the top 4 subjects. Now please very carefully select the top 4 subjects and the corresponding marks. You will have to enter the full marks as 100 as given in your mark sheet and the marks obtained very carefully, and the rest of the subjects which do not qualify for the top 4 subjects should be entered below. So this is a sample copy or a sample example where you have 4 subjects selected, full marks entered and the marks obtained entered. So the top 4 marks aggregate and the percentage is already automatically calculated, and the rest subjects that are available in your mark sheet will be entered here. You can see these two are 60 and it's less than the other subjects, and you do not have anything called environmental studies. So again I am repeating, if you have environmental studies cannot be included in the top 4 subjects. If you have environmental science with full marks 100, only that can be included in the top 4 subject if the number is in that category. Now after this you will have to upload all the relevant informations like migration certificate, higher secondary mark sheets, admit cards, both for higher secondary as well as secondary. And after doing that you just have to click on proceed. Now once you do that, the final stage of the online admission portal has been reached. Now in this admission portal and in the admission profile, you will have to now select the subject that you are going to study in BA General. Now BA General is a bit different from other selections. That is why I have taken this as an example. Now in this case, the first thing that is allowed to select is the LCC2, the language core selection. Now in this case, when you click on the drop down, you will see there are 3: ENGL, BNGL, HINL. The details are already given in the code and their meaning are already given in the instruction manual. Kindly read that properly. This is English, this is Bengali, and this is Hindi. So depending on the selection of this, AECC2, AECC1 will be automatically selected, and in this you can see prefetched document, prefetched code courses are LCC1 is prefetched, it is fixed, you can't change this. ENVS is fixed, you can't change this. Depending on LCC2, your AECC1 will get selected. Now suppose someone has selected ENGL. So once ENGL is selected, ENGM will automatically get selected in AECC1. Now you can see Once you do this, the next thing that is allowed to select is this generic elective. Now, under the generic elective, you will not see anything related to English. As you see, as you click on the drop down, you can see there is nothing related to English. Only codes that are available are History General, Bengali General, Education General, Political Science General, Philosophy General, Sanskrit General, Hindi General, and French General. So once you do this, once you select any one from here, then you will be allowed to select the second one. Now once you do this, that is the generic, there is the general subject 2, you can select anyone from this, but once you have selected one of the subjects in generic elective, none will be allowed from, and the same subject will not be allowed here. You can see in the drop down list there is nothing called EDCG. So here you can select any one of this. After selecting this, you will have to select the general subject 1, and you can see the general subject 1 is not, the selection is not having these two subjects, so you'll have to select from the other. So once you do that, you have to click on final submit, and once you do that, it will take you to the final page. In the final page, you can see that you have completed one of the application as it is visible here. You have passed all the sections properly, and if at all you want to see all the stages, you can click on view all stages, and if you want to see, you can click on details. Once you click on details, you will be able to see the form and the relevant information. Now in the form, you can also see the green tab. This green tab is the documents that you have uploaded. You can click each one of the tabs to see the documents. You can also get a printout of this and you can keep it with you. You have been also assigned an application number, and a QR code has been generated corresponding to it. Now if you want to delete this information, you can click on delete. So once you click on delete, the form will be deleted, and then you can again apply for other courses as per your eligibility. So I hope the information provided here will give you a brief idea about the online admission portal. I am again repeating to all the applicants, if you find that the response is little slow, it may be because of the server being busy with different requests. So there's nothing to worry. You just have to give it some time so that it finishes the work. Be patient and upload all the documents, enter all the documents very carefully, especially the marks and the subjects that you are going to enter into the profile. So it is extremely important that you do not make any mistakes. The uploaded documents should be same as the documents or the information that you have entered. If the two are not same, then your application is liable to be rejected. Thank you very much for watching this video. All the best.